holiday protein cookies to keep in your freezer. 39 grams of protein on this tray right here. And anytime you're feeling snackish and that sweet tooth is kicking in, you just peel a cookie right out of your freezer and eat. So it's Christmas time, and during the holidays, there's more calories in food than you can even imagine. So I think it's important to have some healthy, low-calorie, high-protein options to go to keep you on track. And so today we're gonna do just that. We're gonna make some peppermint bark froyo cookies to keep in your freezer. So anytime that sweet tooth's giving you a hard time, you just open this bad boy up and you got cookies on the go. And if this recipe is gonna be high protein, you know it's gonna start with one of my favorite protein sources, Greek freaking yogurt. So thick, so creamy, and perfect for these cookies. You can't have froyo without the yo, so for layer one, it's gonna be a chocolate layer. We're gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and some protein powder. I'm using my protein because it's so affordable. You buy the 11-pound bag, it's amazing. But any whey protein powder will work. Vegans, you can also use vegan protein powder, or you can pretend like whey is vegan and use that. We don't need much though, just half a scoop or 15 grams. A pinch of salt, because a chocolate salty cookie is so good. And then to sweeten this up, it's so good. Get hydrated, guys. 2 tablespoons of liquid gold sugar-free syrup. Yes, drinking syrup is okay during the holidays, and also not during the holidays. Mix this up. Take your time and mix this up. There's a lot of powders and not that much liquid, but that's the way we want it. We want it nice and thick so we can spread this out. Now this is completely optional. Some people don't like the taste of it. I do. I'm gonna add a tiny little squirt. Sugar-free chocolate syrup. It's really good. It's kind of like regular chocolate syrup, but something's off about it. You just taste it and you're like, something is compromised here. But I'm willing to make compromises for calories. And look at that. It is nice. It is thick. It is drippy. We're ready to go, baby. And once we have our chocolate layer, give it a taste. That's pretty good. I like it a little bit on the bitter side because I like dark chocolate, but if you don't, add some sweetener to it. Remember, things that are frozen taste less sweet than things at room temperature. That's why when you have ice cream, as it melts, it tastes sweeter. When ice cream's a soup, it's crazy sweet, and then when it's like rock hard frozen, it's not as sweet. It's science. I didn't invent it, someone did. Science did. Let's make cookies out of this. A cookie sheet with some parchment paper and clips to help me hold this down because I have no help right now. Cookie time. Just take a spoonful, plop it down. What's your favorite holiday? I'm curious. I think Christmas is probably my favorite holiday. I mean, it's amazing. It's such a good time of the year. Everyone's happy. It's great. Presents, who doesn't like them? Our cookies are done. Well, they're not really cookies yet. They're just globs of yogurt. We're gonna freeze these and make layer number 2 to go on top. So these, until they're hard, 30 to 45 minutes in your freezer. I forgot one important step. Bang these to make perfect circles. That's good enough. Leftovers. And for our vanilla layer, it's gonna be another Greek yogurt base, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And for more vanilla flavor, 2 teaspoons of sugar-free vanilla pudding mix. This is so common and easy to find in the US, but I think in other countries it's not easy to find. But as a solution, you could come to the US for the holidays and then make this. A pinch of salt. Someone thought this salt was sidewalk snow salt. No, it's just kosher salt. The grains are thicker and bigger, which means when you pinch it, you can feel the grains and you don't oversalt your food versus that little tiny speck of salt. You just dump a bunch in by accident. It's not snow salt, guys. I live in California now. I don't need snow salt, I hope. And last but not least, 30 more grams of sugar-free syrup. This really helps prevent, whoops, my food scale's not on. Turn that on first. It might look like a lot, but it's the holidays, guys. You need things sweet, okay? So just use it and don't worry. It's sugar-free, it barely has any calories, and it is delicious. And it also helps prevent ice crystallization. That's when you freeze things and ice cubes happen. You don't want an ice cube in the middle of your cookie. This helps prevent that because the list of ingredients, well, you don't want to look at it because it's a lot. But just don't stress, okay? Because it's low calorie and it's not going to kill you. Now for our toppings, we're starting with candy canes. We're going to use mini candy canes, But you don't want to eat these because Santa doesn't care about your calories. Santa just wants to get you fat. So instead of eating these, we want to take 3 candy canes and use them as a topping. If you use these mini candy canes, use 3. If you use the big candy canes, use 1. These things are the most fragile things ever invented. I mean, okay, never mind, that didn't break, but all you have to do is just drop it on the ground. And you see it's broken into little pieces. Why are candy canes so fragile? I mean, they're just sugar, but man, they don't hold up at all. Half the time you buy candy canes at the store, they're half broken. Sugar-free syrup is actually the most versatile ingredient ever. You can use it to bang, you could use it to cook, you could use it to drink. Lifesaver. And we are also going to go in with 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of chopped chocolate. You could also use mini chocolate chips or full large size chocolate chips, the adult ones. Candy canes and chocolate, put them together and you get toothpaste flavored chocolate. It's amazing. These are going to be our toppings. Let's see if these are frozen. And they are. Let's top them with layer number 2. If you have any that are stuck together like this, you could just take a knife and gently break it up. Look how soft that is. Probably because it's not completely frozen, but it comes together real nice. Now mix your vanilla one more time really quick to get everything incorporated. Sometimes Greek yogurt likes to split, and we're going to bring them back together. And these are looking amazing. I banged it a few times to get the white stuff spread out, and now we're going to top these with toothpaste sticks and chocolate. Are you guys fans of candy canes? I mean, I was never really a fan as a kid. They're kind of just hard bits of sugar and they don't taste really good. I'd rather just have a Reese's cup, to be honest. Why don't they make sugar-free candy canes? I wish they did. That would be pretty freaking sick. Shout out to the person who commented on my burrito video, but they made a really good point. They basically said things that are sugar-free are typically more expensive because it's higher quality, better ingredients that are typically more expensive. Like sugar is dirt cheap. And so anything loaded with sugar can be made for really cheap. But when you replace sugar with things like stevia and monk fruit and just more expensive ingredients, well, all of a sudden, now these things are more expensive. So unfortunately, Santa cannot afford low-calorie candy canes that are made sugar-free. He just can't. He doesn't have that much money. His day job's not paying that much because he only works 1 day out of the entire year, you know. Can't get a year's worth of salary by just working 1 day. You gotta work more than that, Santa. So that's why candy canes are not sugar-free. Freeze this for another 30 to 45 minutes. Guys, if you want high protein candy canes, just eat some shrimp. It's kind of pretty similar. I mean, they're curved, they have stripes, and if you want a little bit more red, just take some sriracha and make some stripes yourself. They look identical to me. Cheers. High protein candy canes. I love shrimp. It's one of my favorite meats. I do this almost every day. I take a bunch of shrimp, I put some sriracha on it, and it's a great combo. Some days I do Tabasco. Best hot sauce in the world. And I'm hungry. I've been waiting for these protein cookies. It's been like, what, 30 minutes? I need to wait an hour. Well, your boy can't wait an hour. He needs food. So shrimp will do. Sorry. High protein candy canes. And an hour later and a plate full of shrimp later, they're done. Just leave these in your freezer. Anytime that sweet tooth's hitting you, eat these. Calories and macros will be on the screen, but each cookie is under 30 calories. This is how you get your protein in. When you take them out of your freezer, let them sit for like a little bit, a couple minutes, just to get a little bit softer. Otherwise, it's kind of a little too hard. And the edges are already getting soft. But we gotta get a little candy cane because, I mean, I want some toothpaste in my mouth. That's good. Those little candy cane pieces just crackle in your mouth, and it is so cool. It's like mint chocolate chip, but not mint. Candy canes instead. Double layered, because single layers are boring. The only time of the year candy canes are good is during Christmas. It's like candy corn, except candy corn is never good. It kind of just sucks even during Halloween. I'm not a fan. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a like if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Guys, these are basically like protein bars. 1 gram protein per 10 calories. I mean, that's the same as my boy Kirk's protein bars.